Hi, I'm Miss Elizabeth from the St. Mary's County Library. Thank you for joining us today. Did you know that when you and your child participate in Storytime, your child is gaining critical early literacy skills? You may already employ many of these skills without even knowing it. Today, some of our children's librarians from the St. Mary's County Library will share with you the importance of talking, reading, writing, singing, and playing, and they will share with you some resources to practice these skills.
Hi, I'm Miss Christine, and our first tip is about talking. Of course, we know talking is crucial for spoken language development, but did you know it's also very important for written language development? And that's what early literacy is all about. A skill most parents already use is to talk in parentese. That is that sing-songy voice that we often fall into with very cute little babies, and it helps them to break down and learn our language. As children get older, we can add in animal sounds, rhyming words, and talk about nursery rhymes. Learning letters is a very important part of written language, so point out letters when you see them and talk about the sounds they make. Another great way to talk to your child is by using American Sign Language. Just using a few simple signs such as more, please, all done, and thank you can give you another way to communicate with your child. These muscles develop before the ones we use for spoken language, so you can get started anytime. Now we have an example of an activity that encourages predicting and guessing. We'll see Miss Emma and her flannel board activity, Where is Rabbit Hiding?, where she's going to take long pauses after she asks questions. This pause teaches children where their part of the conversation fits in, and it can also raise their self-esteem because you're showing you're listening to them and letting them take the time to figure it out for themselves. Let's watch.
Hi, I'm Miss Emma from St. Mary's County Library. My friend Rabbit loves to play hide and seek, but the problem is this time I really can't find her. Do you think that you could help? Great, thanks! Okay, so let's go over the number that's on each bush so that you can tell me which one that you think she's hiding behind, okay? So this one is number 1. This one is number 2. This one is number 3. This one is number 4. This one is number 5. And this one is number 6. All right. Can you tell me the number of the bush that you think the rabbit is hiding behind? I heard number 2. Can you show me 2? Can you put 2 fingers out? Yeah, just like that. 2 fingers. All right, let's see. No rabbit. Which bush is rabbit hiding behind? I think so. I think it might be 4. Can you show me 4? All right, let's see. There she is! We found Rabbit! You guys did such a great job.
Hi, I'm Miss Elisa. I'm going to talk to you about singing as an early literacy skill. When you sing, your language slows down, making it easier to hear smaller sounds in words. The syllables in words are broken down with the different notes. As the syllables are broken down, you can bounce, tap, or clap to the rhythm. At our baby story times, we will often use a sing-songy rhyme to bounce our babies to the beat. Jack and Jill is a great example. Songs can help children understand the order of things. In Little White Duck, Miss Tess sings about different animals doing an activity. This ordering helps to prepare children for the narrative skills necessary in reading. Let's listen to Miss Tess sing Little White Duck.
There's a little white duck sitting in the water, a little white duck doing what he oughter. He took a bite of a lily pad, then he flapped his wings and he said, I'm glad I'm a little white duck sitting in the water. There's a little green frog swimming in the water, a little green frog doing what he oughter. He jumped right off of the lily pad that the little duck bit, and he said, I'm glad I'm a little green frog swimming in the water. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
Hi, I'm Miss Erin, and this is my daughter Evie. One of the most important ready-to-read practices you can do is to read with your child. Shared reading reinforces the sounds inside words, expands a child's vocabulary, familiarizes them with letter shapes, and broadens their knowledge of the world. Reading to your child from the early age is invaluable. Allow your baby to handle, even chew on books. Let young children turn the pages back and forth. Repeat the words and phrases they like, pointing to the words as you read them. Go ahead and talk about things that are in the stories, even include singing as you read together. If you have fun reading with your child, they will too.
Why does it have lines under it?
Writing represents our spoken language and it carries meaning. By doing writing activities with your child, you help them to develop the ability to express and understand language in written form. Starting early helps develop those necessary fine and gross motor skills. Allow them to scribble and talk about what they draw. As they get older, you can ask them to draw their own story and talk about it. To reinforce print awareness and language expression, you can write out a story that your child recites to you. In the song List of Dances by Jim Gill, we do 16 different dances. By writing out the list, children will understand that sometimes there is an order to things, and that print has meaning. Let's watch some of our librarians perform this list of dances.
Hi friends, I'm Miss Elizabeth.
Hello everyone, I'm Miss Shannon.
It's Miss Jill. I have another song for us. This song is called The List of Dances.
I made a list of all the dances in this song. I made a list so that I'd never sing 'em wrong. 'Cause it's hard to remember and easy to forget a list that is 16 dances long. You do the tall, you do the small, you do the hop and the stop. You do the slow, do the tiptoe, you do the curl and do the twirl.
Excellent dancing, everybody.
Hi, I'm Miss Emma. Play is not only a great opportunity to bond with your child, but it is a great educational tool as well. Role-playing gives children background knowledge about the world. Pretending to go to the zoo or go grocery shopping teaches them about the world outside their door. You can incorporate print into your play by labeling the food in your pretend grocery store or the animals in your pretend zoo. Dramatic play is acting out part or all of a story. This play helps with language development and allows a child to use their imagination to expand on the story. Playing with blocks, puzzles, sorting games, matching games, and sequencing games all teach letter and background knowledge. At her teddy bear picnic, Miss Christine sets up a tea party, introduces her bears, provides print on the teapot, and plays a sequencing game. Let's go play at the teddy bear.
Hi, I'm Miss Christine with the St. Mary's County Library, and today we are having our teddy bear tea party. I'm so glad you could make it. We set out a cup for you. We're going to play a game today. Everybody has a cup at our table, and on the bottom of their cup is a shape. Everybody has a different shape, and what we want to do is find out who has the star, just like in our logo, looks just like this. So, okay, we're gonna check with my friend. I'm thinking of a friend who has sparkly purple eyes. Let's check under their cup.
Wait, that's me. Those are my eyes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Do my cup. Do my cup. Oh, oh. What shape is that? You're right. It's a purple square. Oh, that's not the star. But it's a purple square. Oh, that was fun. Okay, Miss Christine, who's next?
Let's check with our new friend.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. What's your cup?
Yes, let's check under your cup. Reach out, pick it up, and turn it over. And let's see what's on the bottom. Remember, we're looking for a blue star. Oh, what color is that? It's yellow. And what's the shape? It's a circle. It wasn't a star, but look what we can do with this. We're down to one friend, so of course we're gonna check with Spike.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Okay. Miss Christine, could you little help?
Let's check under your cup, Spike. Look! It's the blue star! Yay!
Oh, I'm okay.
It's okay, Spike. Come back. Thank you for coming to our teddy bear tea party.
These are just some of the ways that you can use talking, reading, writing, singing, and playing to develop your child's early literacy. For more resources, you can visit our Ready to Read page on the St. Mary's County Library website at stmalib.org. And be sure to visit our Storytime at any one of our 3 branches so that you and your child can master these ready to read skills.